Motion
Second.
by Holland, second by Hill. Roll call, please.
Hill,
Yes.
Hermson,
Yes.
Ingen,
Yes.
Vaughn,
Yes.
Davis,
No.
Holland.
Yes.
Motion carries. Let's go to item 4, to adopt an ordinance amending the Code of Ordinances of the City of Independence, Iowa, by amending provisions pertaining to city council. Motion to receive and file proof of publication of notice of public hearing.
So moved.
Motion by Hill,
Second.
second by Holland. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Motion to hold hearing.
So moved.
Motion by Hill,
Second.
second by Hermson. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Any objections on file?
No written objections on file.
Thank you. Discussion, comments? Same as before, Bonnie?
Same as before, thank you.
Okay. Any other comments? No other discussion? I'll entertain a motion to close the hearing and receive and file oral and written comments.
So moved.
Motion by Holland,
Second.
second by Vaughn. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Motion to receive, file, consider, and adopt the ordinance for the first time.
So moved.
Motion by
Second.
Holland, second by Hill. Roll call, please.
Hermson,
Yes.
Vaughn,
Yes.
sorry, excuse me, Ingen.
Yes.
So you
Has
should
a
be-
cabin gone on?
Vaughn,
You forgot
Yes.
me, didn't you?
Davis,
No.
Holland,
Yes.
Hill.
Yes.
Motion carries. Let's go to item 5, to review and consider bids received for the acquisition of a fire truck, Motion to receive and file proof of publication of notice of public hearing.
So moved.
Motion by Holland,
Second.
second by Hermson. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Motion to hold hearing.
So moved.
Motion by Hill,
Second.
second by Vaughn. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Any objections on file?
No written objections on file.
Any further discussion, comments? Doug?
Well, I'll try to get a packet together for you. We opened the bids last Friday. I've got bids for 8 separate trucks here, so, and I'm just starting to go through them now. In between my inspections and stuff, I come back and work on them. And they came in, the lowest bid came in at $363,421. And the highest bid came in at $413,446. And then in these bids, there's some way we can lower the cost on these bids also. I'll get all that information, try to get all that information together and out to each one of you so you can kind of go through them if you have any questions. Happy to sit down with you. I mean, we've got them all in there. You can go through them page by page if you would like. But I'll give you the most important stuff out of there. And like I say, there is ways to save money by, you can prepay, you can pay for the chassis, there's a lot of different ways. There's ways we can save probably up to $10,000 on some of these bids. But I'll get all that information out to you before this next meeting.
Thank you, Doug. Any other discussion?
Glad Doug clarified. I thought she said he had 8 trucks first.
Don't have to.
All right, no other discussion, comments? Motion to close the hearing and receive and file oral and written comments.
So moved.
Motion by Holland,
Second.
second by Vaughn. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Review and discuss the bids received. Right, intention, well, okay, I'm sorry. Intention to be awarded, okay, everybody heard that. Intention to be, the bid meeting held October 14th, 2013. Okay, let's go to resolutions. Item 6, discussion of letters of intent received for 4th Ward Council, seat vacancy. Motion to adopt a resolution approving appointment to fill the vacant 4th Ward Council seat with a term to expire November 5, 2013.
So moved.
Second.
A motion by Davis, I have a second by Hill.
And this is for appointment of Dollenbach.
That's what you meant, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I didn't know if you had to have their name on there or not at this
Yeah.
point, or what.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Resolution.
You okay?
Yes.
You okay?
Yeah.
All right, I think
That's
I'm
what I
gonna,
thought it
I'm
was.
gonna run a roll call on this, please.
Egan.
No.
Vaughn.
No.
Okay, Davis.
Yes.
Holland.
Yes.
Hill.
Yes.
Crimson.
No, and the reason I'm saying no is because I feel it's a conflict to have a deputy sheriff on the council.
Okay, now, I did get hold of Carter. Could you reveal your thoughts? I don't wanna misinterpret what you're meaning or anything, but I did talk to Carter, and I want his opinion.
Yeah, I think it's not a conflict as our code of ordinances contemplate conflicts. It does not create a conflict. He's not a city employee. He's qualified to be elected in that by the citizens to serve. There could be times there's a conflict of interest where he would choose not to vote on certain measures. But that'd be situations where the county would have a direct influence or the direct, role or a direct advantage in some sort of measure we're adopting. That's not gonna happen that often. But I don't, there's no conflict of interest that I can find either under the Iowa code or in our code of ordinances. So as far as legal conflicts, there are none. All of our council people could occasionally have a conflict where they couldn't vote on a measure. Because it could involve them personally, they could benefit from it personally. And I think the sheriff's deputy would be just like any other person in that respect, so.
I
Not-
guess,
He's not a long-term Independence resident, so I mean, he doesn't have a lot of, I don't think a lot of opinions that he's developed, probably.
Well, because something's legal doesn't mean that you should do it, you know, and, as far as this gentleman's concerned, I don't even know him, I wouldn't know if he's here. And he's probably a decent, I like law enforcement officers, period, they got a lot of character and everything else. But I've got two areas I'm concerned about, and one is, the Independence Police Force and what his role would be, you know, in, things that arise there, cause he's certainly got a lot of familiarity with the personnel and so on in that area. And secondly, the county itself. You know, a lot of issues come up between the city and the county. Some have been rancorous in previous years. And that's the thing I'm worried about, is that there's potential for him to be slowed down in a lot of areas. You know, particularly the whole county structure and the police structure. That's two very large areas. And having been here since, you know, they built the building, we've had a lot of problems, not with the county being bad, but the county being on a different side of an issue. You know, Carl's been down there, you know, debating and arguing salaries and rentals and so on and so forth. We have a lot of issues, potential issues, that I think he would be deferring, you know, a lot more than, say, somebody that didn't have county connections. You know, I think that's a real problem to me. This is just my opinion. And I hope that person, if he is here, doesn't break it personal. There's nothing personal about it. You know, I just think it's two big areas that he would run into, the county itself and the police department. And we've had problems in both areas. So that's my opinion. That's why I've also voted no.
But my thought is how, what if he was a teacher? I mean, because we deal with the school.
What if he was the sheriff himself?
But I'm saying, would we say the same thing if he was a teacher? And I mean, many teachers serve on city councils.
I hope not, and you do too.
Not on school boards, but on city councils.
Well, I don't know.
You know, and, you know, as far as, I mean, I work at Wapsie Valley, and we deal at times with the sewer.
I forgave you about that a long time ago.
But I'm just saying, I mean, there's potentially times that I have had to.
Sure.
So, I mean, I don't think.
Parking lots and speed limits and everything else, but
Mhm.
that's, you've exercised judgment too on whether you wanted to talk on some things and others, so. That's just my opinion. I think there's two potential areas of conflict. I mean, certainly he's not illegal, you know, and I'll be nice to him. think there's two big areas of conflict that have a lot of potential. That's my opinion.
Well, his primary function is gonna be representation for the Fourth Ward,
Right.
not representation for the county or for the Buchanan County Sheriff's Department.
Well, we don't vote by wards here, though.
You're representing the ward that you've been elected to represent, the 3rd Ward, the 4th Ward, the 5th Ward, whatever it might be. That's his primary function, primary responsibility.
But you don't have any ward, John.
I got the town.
You got the whole town.
Yeah, Bob and I get the pleasure of the whole town.
I think sometimes I have the whole town too. I get
Obviously.
calls from all over town on every issue. So, I'm just telling you my opinion. He'll probably be fine, I don't know. I'm concerned about those conflict of interest in those areas. Not that he's doing something wrong, but that he's gonna be deferring all the time on action. You know, and that, then we don't get full mileage out of him, you know, or whoever it is, so.
I agree with John in a way, he's representing that ward, but on the other side of the coin, that doesn't excuse him from having a conflict of interest.
No,
It still could happen and probably would happen.
well, he'll be voting on issues at large.
Right.
He won't be voting just on Fourth Ward issues.
Right. And there's always information that's pretty much confidential, and it probably shouldn't be leaked over to the county for some reason or other. And it probably will be, you know. It's bad enough the way it is.
I have 2 or 3 concepts or comments I want to make on this. Number one, things that we've had as far as problems with the county.
Benita, would you speak a little louder?
I'm sorry, I have a cold, and this is the best you're
Oh, I'm
going to get.
sorry.
I'm
Go
leaning
ahead.
as
Do the
close
best
to
you
this
can.
as I can.
Do the best you can.
Yes, thank you. Number one, problems that we've had with the county in the past have improved over the years. There's been a lot better communication between the city, county, schools, everything like that has improved.